part of the reason why 17 was so awesome in a lead up was you had all these champions. You had Semenya coming up from the 800. It was just a who's who at the time. And it's held up. A lot of those women have gone on to even greater heights since then. At the time when you were running it, did you have a sense that these would be people who would be, some of the all-time greats and not just, oh, they had 1 or 2 good years and, in 10 years, no one will probably think this race was as packed as it was.
Yeah, I mean, I remember years before that being at Prefontaine and saying Faith Kipyegon is just incredible and she's going to be one of the greats. And that was years before that. And then she's gone to just be incredible as a 1500-meter runner. Semenya, of course, was great. Hassan, I mean, look at the range that she's had over the last few years. That race was just really loaded. And I remember going into that final just thinking 8 people here are going to share
Mm-hmm.
3 medals. Like 8 people could win this. Laura Muir had been like right at that perfect edge of like so close to the medals already at that point. And we're in London, right? So you kind of think,
Mm-hmm.
this might kind of elevate her experience and her ability. And so, yeah, I just remember thinking 8 people are I mean, truly, truly could make these top 3 spots. And I'm going to keep myself in that mix.
Yeah. I think Muir's presence was the icing on the cake to have a hometown person in it. I mean, even you watch it on YouTube, it sounds so loud and she's making moves and the crowd is reacting. It just added another layer there. Did you feel that at all?
It was so reminiscent of 2012. So when we had the
Mm.
Olympic Games in 2012 in that same stadium, I mean, you would be on the starting line and they would introduce, the person next to you, they'd introduce another person, and then they'd introduce a British athlete. And it was deafening. It was incredible the amount of noise that would just envelop the stadium as soon as they introduced a British athlete. And I remember actually in 2012, during one of the rounds, like I never even heard the starter's gun because the crowd was just so loud the entire time. And so I remember being in 2017 feeling like it was kind of a repeat of that same experience. And it's great. Like it's great to think that the crowd is so into this, and we all have egos on the line. So when you're the one being cheered for, I mean, that has to feel incredible. But when you're standing next to the person that gets that kind of attention, like all you want to do is beat them. So
Mhm.
it's the crowd interaction definitely, I think, brings another level for all the athletes. At least it does for
Mhm.
me. I definitely wanted to show up the people they were cheering for.